Morning, good morning, and good morning. Here we are again, another Friday morning on Ronnie G's radio show, The Community Speaks. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Now, don't mind me today. I may be speaking a bit more slowly. I'm trying to not use and and things like that a lot. I'm trying to get, I guess, my radio voice together.
Yes, most definitely.
So again, see, there's the good morning. It's a beautiful day outside. It's pretty chill, but it's much, much, much warmer than it usually is at this time of the year.
Agreed.
Today, I have another very influential guest, very special guest, another person who has gone to, who has been seen a lot of places that I've seen, who's been a lot of places that I've been. We've been to King College Prep together, so we know a lot of people. We know a lot of people together. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ronnie, for having me. I'm Jonathan Jackson, everyone. Nice to meet everyone. I'm basically a community activist and advocate, and I've basically been doing this work for about 5 years now. We'll get into that later, how everything started and everything, but about 5 years have I really been doing work. My whole life I've been doing community work, but I've been really focusing on, my city and in Chicago as well as other places as well, also on an international scale. So
on an international scale?
Yes, on an international scale as well. So my perspectives and focus has just shifted a lot throughout these 5 years, but being a community activist and advocate is just my passion, it's my dream, it's what I love to do.
Okay, and that's what I like. That's what this show is for, so that we can get into what it is that you're doing in the community that can help people who are listening, our peers.
Exactly.
Things that they can access. Okay, let's start from the beginning. King College Prep, that's where our paths first even crossed.
Yes.
And last week we have a very mutual friend, Trina Nicole.
I love
She was on our show last week, and she gave us a lot of great tips and a lot of great things she was doing with women healthcare advocacy. It's a lot. I'll continue to give that information. Hopefully I could get her back. Okay, so we're gonna start where we all met, King. Give me a couple things you were into at King College Prep.
Okay, at King College Prep, I was into a lot of things, from academics to a lot of after-school programs that I did. One club that I did was Youth Technology Corporation, or YTC for short. And what we did
Youth Tech Corp.
Youth Tech Corp for short. And basically what we did was we reprogrammed, refurbished, and repaired over 100 computers. Okay,
wait, give me a second. Let's stop there, because people may not understand how important that actually is. You all gave those computers back, am I correct? Okay.
Yes.
To the community.
Yes, so to the same community we gave all those computers back so they can have more access to the internet.
Okay, see, I like that. See, that's really relevant. Just yesterday I had a phone call. Someone called me. It's an associate from here at the job that I work, and I do a few broadcasts for him when I'm at work. And he tells me all the time, hey man, I can't understand this about my computer. I can't get this, I can't understand this, and I can't understand that. And in my eyes, the things he didn't understand were quick, instantaneous. They were, but to him, it wasn't like that. He's a little more up in age. He just doesn't understand the little tedious things about computers and things like that. So I feel like that was a great thing. Especially, and he tells me a lot that a couple of his computers were old, and I guess refurbishing would be a thing to do.
Yes.
So that was a great move. I just wanted to mention that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so what else? We had a conversation.
So go ahead. So also there was another club that I did at King, where we basically crocheted over. Well, I'm pretty sure it was over 100, but we crochet hats and scarves.
How was crocheting for you? How was that?
That was pretty cool, man. Like, I've never been in an environment like that. So the name of the club, I'm not sure if I can say it because it's a cuss word.
Okay.
But it was pretty cool, and so we was basically just all together, all crocheting and just talking and learning different ways to make different things, and being around people who are able to really share their creative experience and share their creative juices, so that way you can not only feed off their energy, but be able to, in a sense, institute your own, not only with the design, but just with whatever type of creative energy, that your imagination is bringing you. To be able to indulge in that is just wonderful. So having that experience of not only learning how to create something, that, you know, will benefit you,
Right.
not just in the winter, but in any other time, because now I can take this skill and create all types of things.
I'm also very sure that was probably kind of out of your comfort zone, you know.
Yes.
With our culture, you know, as men, as black
Uh-huh.
men, that probably would have been. But hey, I know I'm not judging. I sew. I
Mhm.
know how to
I
sew.
sew.
I sew pillows.
Yep,
You know, if I knew how to, I wish
yeah.
I knew how to crochet to make me a hat and a scarf,
Yeah.
because these things are $35, $40.
Exactly.
I don't have it.
Exactly.
You know, so I'd much rather
Mhm.
make me one if I could. But that's,
Exactly.
you know, that's pretty cool. So have you been to college?
Yes, so from there, from King College Prep, I transferred my sophomore year, junior year technically, after I got done with my sophomore year.
Okay.
I transferred over to DeVry University Advantage Academy for both my junior and senior year, and that
Okay.
was a dual enrollment program where I was basically able to earn my associate's degree as well as my high school diploma.
Congrats
at the same
on
time.
that. Congrats on
Thank
having
you
a
very
degree
much.
as a young black man. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And your degree was in what?
It was in Network and Systems Administration, which is basically information technology, so different IT
Okay.
field.
So, with your community activism,
Mhm.
are you going to incorporate that degree? And if you are, how are you going to do that?
Okay, so two things I can say right now that I'm using to incorporate that. The first one I would say is right now I'm actually working with Stagg Elementary School on 74th and Morgan.
Okay, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, so I'm working with the
Okay.
Union League Boys and Girls Club as an IT specialist, basically teaching all of the kids all of the skills that I was able
You
to
said
learn
74th and
in Morgan.
Morgan.
Yes.
You know what's crazy?
What?
First of all, I'm sorry to interrupt this, but hey, I'm super excited. I just found out yesterday I'm having a baby girl.
Wow, congratulations,
Thank you
man.
very
Congratulations.
much. The mother of my child,
Mhm.
her daughter
Mhm.
actually goes to Stagg.
Wow.
Yeah, she does. I was just there
Interesting.
last week. Exactly, it's crazy. We're gonna have
Yeah,
some more
we'll most
conversations.
definitely have to have a conversation about
Okay.
that.
But yeah, okay.
But so that's one thing that I'm doing with Stagg Elementary right now. That's pretty cool. Teaching all these kids different IT skills as well as different soft skills.
Uh-huh.
So that way they will know how to be ready for when they go into an IT type career
Right.
field. So not only just the hard skills, but also like being on time, how to speak properly,
Okay.
respecting each other.
Things that
you know.
actually count in the world.
Exactly,
We don't really
exactly.
press those
Exactly.
things, especially in our in our upbringing, in our
Mhm.
culture. We don't really press those certain things. It's a lot of times, coming from my experience, it's kind of looked down on.
Mhm.
We kind of clearly, you can hear by our speech,
Yes.
we're a bit different.
A little bit.
But that's not. But to me, I believe those things are very important for a
Yes,
child
it
to
is.
actually be able to be affluent or be
Mhm.
successful.
Yes.
We again,
As
I
well
think
as
that
to
is
just be a citizen who is aware
Yes.
of what's going on, being civically engaged.
Mhm.
If you don't know how to properly express yourself without disrupting someone or disrespecting someone,
Exactly.
then how could you
I'm
be
not-
a true citizen
We-
helping with civic engagement? So
Man.
that's one point that I most definitely do with the kids.
That's
Then
good.
another thing that technology has been able to help me with is, interestingly enough, a lot of things dealing with computers is kind of how humans interact with each other.
Anyway, I try to explain that all the
Yes,
time.
communication,
Life
the
is-
networking,
yes.
everything. So
Life is simple. Life is a bunch of equations, a
Yes,
bunch of math
yes,
problems. All
basically.
you gotta do is put it into plug it in the same way they
Yep.
used to tell us with the X and the R. And all.
Exactly.
Plug these things in your life, and
Different factors, yeah.
you will end up with a certain outcome.
agreed.
Okay, here I go with the again. So okay, we've got 4 minutes. When did this really start for you, community activism? When did it hit you that you knew you wanted to do that?
Okay, so I've always known since a young age that I wanted to be a community activist. I wasn't sure exactly of the role I would go in or how it would look like, but I know ever since I've been young, I've always looked up to great influencers such as like Martin Luther King,
Okay.
Harvey Milk,
Okay.
Malcolm X.
Harvey Milk.
Yes.
I am not up on Harvey Milk. Please, who is that?
Harvey Milk is a social activist for LGBTQ community people.
Okay.
So he's done a lot of stuff.
I gotta look into him.
Yeah, I can most definitely share different stuff with you about him.
Okay.
But Harvey Milk, Rumi, which is a poet, him as well. Gandhi.
Does he? Do you? So who is? That's someone else I have not ever heard of. Who is that?
Okay, so Rumi was a poet, a Persian poet,
Okay.
and a Sufi mystic. And all he did was basically create a
See,
series.
you got a lot of different words. I'm sorry, I'm a nerd. This is what I like. I like when you throw things out that I have no idea what it is. So we're gonna have to continue because I don't have much time.
We have to network
clearly,
more.
I want to ask you a lot of more questions because that's what I do when I don't know stuff.
Okay.
I ask questions.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. But one of my favorite things that I know he said, I have wrote it down here.
You got an excerpt.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I love this.
So one of the things that I like, he said, stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion.
That's deep. That's big.
I'm going to say it one more time. Stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. So he basically saying that, everyone face challenges. Everyone have them giants in their life.
Okay.
Use David and Goliath as an example. Everyone have them Goliaths in their life.
That's true.
But you have to be like David. You can't see yourself as a small being. He said we are the universe in ecstatic motion. In a sense, we are God. God said we are him. He made us in his image and his likeness. So we are not these small beings that we so often try to envision ourselves as. Yes, we do have our own individual and subjective perspective, but we are still, the universe in ecstatic motion. So we are the universe experiencing itself. So
I really like that, and I really do feel that. I really that's actually thoughts that I've had. Of course, I'm not him. Those are thoughts that I've had. Okay, I had a conversation. We've had conversations. You mentioned to me that I wanted to, before our time go, you mentioned something that I was interested in. You said there were different techniques that can be used when reaching the community.
Yes.
What are those?
So there are numerous techniques. Okay, so for example, one technique may not work for another. So for example, in Inglewood, the technique of passing out food during the winter months may work.
Yeah, I just got a plate.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Just got a plate.
That will work in Inglewood. But however, if you go to another community, maybe the Pilsen community, that may not work. You may have to use a different technique in order to get the community to come out and to play a part in different things, or to be able to access those resources that you provide.
Okay, thank you. That's good. Okay, we probably got about 30 seconds. Look, we got some information, some quick information. Maybe you want to read these off. These are places and different organizations that you can go and get any kind of help. He'll read that off for you.
Yes, I'm going to go kind of fast here because like you said, our time is basically up. But Chicago Urban League, that is a great place. The Night Ministry 77312 presents. They are on the west side. They have a lot of great stuff. Amnesty International, I'm working with the state legislator, Mr. Ernest Young III right now. The Amnesty International is basically a human rights organization doing everything.
Okay, thank you all very much. Our time is, we ran out of time again. I appreciate everything. Please tune in again. This is Ronnie's radio show. This is Jonathan Jackson. Hey, this is real. Get up with us, man. Tune in. Love y'all. Peace.
Love. Peace.